state could or should do more to address the traffic congestion in Elgin? And if so, what would you do to address this issue?
Okay, I know that I've talked to someone who works for the OTA. I've talked to people who work for the DOT, that's the Oklahoma Turnpike Authority, which is private, and the Oklahoma Transportation Department, which is state funded. I've talked to people in City Hall. I've talked to people who are county commissioners. All of those people have to coordinate to manage the problem that we have in Elgin. I know that we are about to get approved for a project to create, it's either 250 feet or 250 yards of another turn lane right there at our, I presume that you're talking about our off-ramp going from the highway that causes a lot of congestion, a lot of trouble. I know it's frustrating to me because I want to turn, I have to get in the Pike Pass lane and then I have to turn back in the right lane to get home. And I know that the grocery store does about 2,000 transactions a day. So those are people just going to Elgin. We've got people that use that off-ramp to go to Fletcher, Rush Springs, wherever they need to go, and it's always going to be congested. It looks to me like we need to open up some lanes, maybe widen the highway, but that's not something that you can do immediately because of all those agencies that have to get involved to make that happen. There's a meeting tomorrow where they're supposed to finalize up all of those details. I think the changes that have happened so far that will happen are because our citizens are really good at saying, hey, this isn't working. Hey, we're going to have someone killed out on the highway. Hey, people have got to stop turning in the right lane. I guess if it was up to me, that right lane situation, we might have to get some of those things by Sonic that people run into when you try to leave a drive-in movie from the wrong side. It's really, really bad right there. And sometimes you can't get home. You can't get to the Sonic. You can't get to Scott's House of Flowers.
Thank you. I mean, whenever we talk about the congestion, right here coming off the off-ramp, a year and a half ago, I brought down the director of the Turnpike Authority and the director from ODOT right here to Elgin. We met with Mayor Toma, and we looked at the situation that was going on. It's taken a year and a half to be able to get this project underway, but I have followed it step by step by step, pushing ODOT and the Turnpike Authority to be able to get this corrected. And the thing about it is, whenever you get the two directors down here themselves personally to look at these projects, number one, that's a pretty good feat. But number two, they are going to start this project on July the 9th. They are having the meeting tomorrow. The contractor that is going to be doing this job is going to be on the clock starting July the 9th. They could start prior to, but it's not expected for them to start until July the 9th to be able to get all of this corrected for the people of Elgin, because I know it's infuriating to y'all whenever you're trying to get out of Elgin or coming back into Elgin. And I tell you what, I went up there to voice your voice to be able to get that corrected, and now it took some time for the engineering and everything else to be able to get cleared to where that we have this project now sitting right in front of us that will start July the 9th.
I was just going to add that we have another problem right there at the grocery store. We can have 50 people in a turn lane, essentially, because so many people can leave the grocery store all at the same time. It gets dangerous. The good side of that is we have this problem in Elgin because we have such a great school. We have such a great community. We have so many people wanting to come here and live. It's created a little bit of a growing problem. But I think Scooter just said, after July 9th, if you're having trouble getting where you need to go, you need to call Scooter on his cell phone and say, thank you for getting this going, because it's probably going to be congested for a while. So hopefully they'll get that managed before school starts. But it's a growing problem, and we're going to continue to have problems like that right here, as long as we keep doing a good job.